Hey there, technology fans. Darth Carnivorous here, and welcome back to another epic technology video. And guys, well, you've already read the title of this video, so you know what this is going to be. And here is a portable DVD player that I recently got. I got that one last week. The thing is, though, I will be sending it back. I will be returning it. Mostly because the size is actually fine. I mean, it's it's like a 9-inch screen, so it's good enough, and it's quite good. So I've got it right here. I mean, obviously you can see the size of this thing. It's tiny, but I mean, like I said, the screen size is actually quite good. But you've got all your sort of ports on here at the side. You've got a USB here. You've got a SD card reader. It's not a micro. It's like a full size SD card reader. But if you had a micro and just use the adapter that came with it, you could use it for that. Only supports up to 32 gigabyte. It has to be FAT32 format, which is easy to format on a Windows PC. Obviously higher than that, you have to get like applications to format it to FAT32, but it doesn't work with other ones anyway. There's what one's that? I think that's a headphone jack. I think there's two headphone jacks actually. Power slider and charger. So sadly, you can't charge this through USB. Oh, by the way, if you got the back one there, there's a USB with there one that says game. So you can plug a controller at this one, and you can play like emulators in this. But what's the point? For me, it wouldn't make much sense because I have so many handheld devices and consoles that play emulators, so I don't really need it. Anyway, yeah, so it's called IE Geek or IE Geek, but it's all the one word. So this model is the IK-902 portable video player. So yeah, I've been, like I said, guys, I've been using this for just over a week, and yeah, it's great to kind of whenever I go to bed, maybe I'll probably go to bed maybe an hour before I'm going to go to sleep, so I can maybe just browse stuff on my phone, or just play I don't know what, play my Steam Deck or my PlayStation Portal or something like that. Something to kind of pass the time before I go to sleep. So anyway, the one thing that I do love is anime. I love old school anime. Like I really really do love old school anime, and I'm actually currently watching Akira. Even though yes, I do have these backed up on my hard drive, it's always nice to boot up the DVD, watch the trailers that were on there, and up and coming movies and stuff like that as well. And yeah, I do love Akira. This is still one of the best looking animes ever made, and this was made like in 1989, I'm sure. So yeah, this is the I'm sure this is like the special edition or something like that. The Ultimate Collection. There we go. So this comes with two DVDs, and one of them is anamorphic widescreen. The other one is 4:3. So I'm using the anamorphic widescreen one. So what I'll do is I'll just power this bad boy up quickly, and there we go. So it's got a really really tight hinge, which is good. The only thing with this one is though, the screen has that sort of inverted look, and it is super super bright. That is it, pretty much the lowest brightness, but it's still, as you can see, you still get that sort of glare. So I won't I won't play much of this because I don't want to get this video demonetized. So the weird thing is though, the way that it's sitting right now, the colours are very vivid, but in real life, it doesn't look that way. They're all kind of washed out looking. There's still a lot of colour there, but it's quite washed out looking. Looking on the camera, looking on my phone screen, the colours look fantastic. They really do. So yeah, you got all your little your buttons there for previous, fast forward, rewind, next, mode, which means you can switch it to that game mode I was talking about. You can turn the LCD on or off, just like that. So if you connect this obviously to a TV, you can just turn this off to save the battery. So the battery in here lasts about 4 hours. And I've tested this, so I've only charged this once since I got it, and I've been using it every night for about maybe half an hour, watching different anime DVDs that I have. You get set up as well, which is you can just kind of set up your different stuff. With what else you get menu button, stop button, USB/card. So like I said, if you put a USB thumb drive or an SD card in here, you can watch stuff off of that, which is really cool. You get volume up and down as well. You do get a little remote control in this box. You get the composite cables as well. You get the charger to go with it as well. So yeah, this is really good. It is really good, especially if you just want to, just chill out in bed and just watch a DVD. The thing is, this one's quite loud, so I don't know if you can hear that. Don't get me wrong. Once you're playing the movie, you start to ignore it very quickly, but it is actually really loud, to be honest. Sorry guys, it's actually quite hot today, so I'm just putting my little fan on just to kind of cool myself down. But yeah, it's really good. So one thing you can do is you can rotate it. You can rotate it this way, so that it's basically this way is for mounting it on a car, obviously the back of a car seat. You don't get the mount in this box for some reason. I don't really know why, but if you see the screen, guys, you can see how it's that really cheap, inverted way, where it's really bad viewing angle. Obviously, if you were to sit like this head on, then it looks absolutely fine. But then that's obviously your sweet spot. But then you start to go a bit lower, it starts to get darker. You lose that image, which sucks. So the thing is though, there's millions of DVD players out there. That's the thing though, guys. These are the more modern ones. That's the thing. So you think they would put, even like better screens. Now, you can't really tell how good a screen is from the pictures. If you look at that picture there, that's usually what the pictures look like in the listing. You can't really tell with looking at that picture there and you think, oh, that looks good. It's kind of like, say, that sort of trickery where if you see like a picture of, like, say, back when a Game Boy Advance was first released, or a Game Boy, obviously the images would be all colourful and lit up and stuff like that. That's obviously just the video editing to show you what the gameplay's like. Then you get it and it's kind of dark and there's no contrast, nothing like that. So it's kind of like that. But what these screens are kind of like is the Atari Lynx and the Sega Game Gear screens when obviously they first came out. That's kind of what the screens are like. With sort of quite bad viewing angles. At some angles, obviously you have to get your sweet spot. Whereas nowadays you don't have that issue. You've got LCD screens, IPS screens, OLED screens, and things like that. So you don't have to worry about things like that with bad viewing angles. So the only thing is, well, this only cost me £40, so it wasn't exactly super expensive. There was other ones that were cheaper, but they were older. But I wouldn't take the risk of getting an older DVD player because the batteries would have been completely pancaked. Now I remember back, like I'm talking about 2 decades ago, me and my mum, we both liked obviously watching movies and DVDs, and both me and her had chipped in and bought a portable DVD player. And it was good. It was great. The only thing is that the battery only lasted about maybe an hour if you're lucky. So most of the time you had to, charge it up. The battery did detach though, so you could basically work it off the mains. So I would kind of just in bed, I would plug it in, watch a movie, go to sleep, and then when I got up in the morning, just put the battery on charge for. I think it took about 5 hours to charge it, and it was only like an hour. But obviously that's what batteries were like back then. So. That's what I said, guys. That's why I wouldn't get an older model, because the chances are the batteries would have been completely flat, or they would never hold a charge and things like that. Some batteries do last years. I mean, I've got my 3DS XL, my DSi XL, my PSPs, my PS Vitas, which are well over a decade old, and the batteries still last as good as they did back then. I mean, I've been playing my 3DS XL, my new 3DS XL, which I've had for years. There's a bad boy right here. I've only charged this once. I've been playing it for 2 weeks. I just showed you how good the battery is in this one, guys. Anyway, so yeah, this one will be getting returned, and I have a replacement for it, which is, let's see, put that over there. And this box is a hell of a lot bigger, and I can't even fit it in the frame. So I'll just do that. There we are, guys. Ignore the clean washing over there. Yeah, so portable video player. Yeah, they get better with these names these days, you know. So yeah, this one cost me £101, and that was free shipping as well. So yeah, thought I'll get that one. In the box, it comes with a, just the usual your car charger, your charger for charging up the thing itself. Composite wires as well to connect it to a TV. But the good thing is though, guys, that this one right here, which I'm just about to show you, there it is there. So it's like a big ass laptop. Now the thing is, I've actually bought a case for this. It was actually a laptop bag I had to buy, but I bought one of those today because I don't know why people were saying in their feedback saying that oh, it's a great DVD player, but I expected a case with it, and some people get their case, some people don't. I never get a case with this. I thought because of the size of the box, it would have maybe have a case kind of jammed in there somewhere, but no. So I had to buy my own one. I do have I think it's a 15-inch laptop case, which is, far too small. It's about maybe that much too small. So I had to get obviously another one. Now, the battery life on this one's about 6 hours. And that's great. That's really, really great. So these are more modern DVD players which you can get. So obviously the batteries are going to be a lot better, a lot more improved than they were, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So so this is technically a 19-inch DVD player, but I think it's got a 15.6-inch screen, I'm sure. So let's get this one opened up, and voila. So yeah, this thing looks absolutely amazing. It really does. So you've got all your controls here. So I'll just bring the camera over, guys. I'll need to turn the flashlight on just so you can see. That's the one thing about getting black devices. You usually get dust and everything else under the sun that tries to stick to it. So yeah, you've got all your buttons here. So your mode, your USB slash SD card. Now this one does take full-size micro SD cards, so you don't need to worry about your normal SD cards. You've got your play and pause, you've got your stop button, I'm guessing that's rewind and fast forward. Yes it is, because there's skip. Your volume up, volume down, I don't know why that says menu, it's not even a button. There's your disc tray as well, so just press that little button there we go, and I have Vampire Hunter D in here. By the way, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust is like one of the best animes ever made. Just saying. You get your setup as well, you get your LCD on and off, mute. This is to change your audio track, so obviously, like me, I obviously watch anime, so I can change it from Japanese to English and vice versa. Repeat, subtitle, and then you just get your up, down, left, right arrows, and obviously, what I've just realised is, so the middle button stands for OK, whereas in that one stands for menu. So yeah, that makes more sense. Let's just get that flashlight back off. And down at the side here, it's going to be a bit hard to see, but there is a micro USB slot. There is not a full-sized USB-A slot. Your little switch to turn off the screen, or turn off the whole player. And it's got an HDMI input, so you can connect anything that plays through HDMI. So like your Nintendo Switch, your Xbox Series X, Series S, PS5, PS4, PS3. Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X, all the consoles that support HDMI will play through this. So this technically doubles up as a secondary screen. That's one of the reasons why I got it, because I got myself a PS TV, which is fully modded by the way, and I got that one. So the portable monitor that I do have, if you go into my backlist on my library, and you see that I do have a Arzopa 15.6-inch portable monitor. My PS TV just wouldn't display on it. It was plugged in, everything was all there, it just wouldn't connect, but then as soon as I connect the wire to my Steam Deck, it would just pop up instantly. I don't really know why, so that's probably one of the things that I'll be using my PS TV for. Just I can take this into work, it means I can watch a movie if I like on DVD, then I can switch to that. Plus you can connect your phone to this thing as well, so you can output your phone or your tablet. Obviously I have no really much need to put my tablet out there, because my tablet is 14.6 inches, so it's not really much smaller than this. And it's obviously a higher quality screen. This is a 1366 by 768 resolution. So it's not really far from. It's almost high definition. It's not quite there yet, but it's still pretty damn good. So yeah, watching DVDs on this thing, I've only just tested it before this video, so let's see. Where's the switch? I think that was it. Yep, there we go. Naviskauto, is it? No, it's Navi something. So as you can see, the screen quality is a lot better. Don't get me wrong, it still has that sort of inverted screen, but only if you tilt it like this way. So it's a wee bit harder to see that way if it's inverted. So as you can see, this one does have. Yeah, I was just watching the trailers actually, which is one of the things that I do love to do. So, like I say, guys, as you can see, the screen quality is just far superior to obviously this one. So, what I'll do is I will fire up both of them just to show you the difference in quality. And obviously the size difference as well. As you can see there, it's absolutely massive. But the thing I've noticed is though I don't know if it maybe just depends on the type of DVD. Give me a sec, guys, just to quickly pause that. I don't know if it's like the difference in DVD quality. Obviously, your official DVDs are going to be the highest quality, but I don't know if it's because this one's bigger. You can actually hear this one. This one's making a slight little tick noise, whereas in this one here is making that that grain that sort of rev noise. So yeah, as you can see the difference in size, so this is 9 inch, this is 15.6 inch, even though it claims it's a 19 inch, but I think the 19 inch is the size of the frame, even though to me it looks like a 17 inch, because it looks like a 17 inch laptop. But it doesn't really matter to me because this is something I want to, use in bed as well and just kind of watch my movies, watch my anime, watch my wrestling DVDs as well. I do have, I'm a huge wrestling fan, but I'm a huge wrestling fan from years ago. Like the Attitude Era. So I've got all the Attitude Era DVDs. I've got the WCW DVDs as well. It's one of the wrestling companies I wish I watched back then was WCW. But I was more into WWF, and it's something I really, really wanted to watch. But I do have the DVDs with all the best matches and all the best storylines and stuff like that, And yeah, so like I say, guys, you can see the size difference of these things. So if I just, give me a sec, guys, got my controller back here. If I can align these up, there we go. You can see obviously the size of these things. By the way, this one does rotate 360 degrees as well. So you can kind of turn it around and make it like a sort of tablet mode, which I'd rather have it like this. But the option's there, so you can see the size difference, guys. I mean, this is obviously gigantic compared to this. Don't get me wrong, like you can still enjoy, whatever you're watching, but you can see how blown out this looks. And that is me. I spent ages trying to fiddle about the contrast and the brightness and the saturation and things like that, and trying to get it perfect. So it's not really a high quality screen, whereas in this one's a lot higher quality. I'm sure this one's it's probably going to be 480p, I would say, whereas in this one's 1366 by 76. 1366 by 768. Sorry guys. That's what I meant to say. And yeah, I love it. I really do. I'm actually really, really impressed. There we go. Let's just play a little trailer. So I shouldn't get demonetized for this. And as you hear, sound is really good. That's only at 10. So where's the volume? Volume's there. When I power this on, the volume was at 100%. Well, 50% actually, because I'll put it up to the highest volume if I can. It's one of those ones you have to just keep pressing it. You can't hold the button in.
Yes. Before you leave with your new pet, please make sure to read all of the sales terms. Sign your name. In the event that any of these terms are breached, we cannot assume any responsibility for the consequences. But don't worry. This is where the pet you buy turns out to be everything you deserve.
Okay guys, if you're wondering what that trailer is, that's for Pet Shop of Horror, which is a really good anime. So it's basically one of the ones where they sign a contract, they get the animal basically it's the animal, like obviously their dreams, the animal that they've wanted, the pet that they've wanted, but ends up killing them. You know, so kind of like kind of sort of like Pet Cemetery sort of idea. Whereas instead of that, well, obviously Pet Cemetery, your pet dies, you take it to the Indian burial ground, you bury it, and it will come back. But the only thing is though, like when it comes back, it's basically a demon that has possessed the corpse. So it's basically a zombie. Obviously, it's a Wendigo that soured the soil to because obviously back in the old Micmac days, the ground was fine until the Wendigo showed up. So that's how that's working. I'm kind of going off topic here, guys, but as you can see, the screen quality is completely different. The contrast, the saturation's a lot better as well. So yeah, this cost me £101. So on eBay right now, I'll put a link in the comments down below. On eBay right now, it's 108, but there's a voucher to take off £7. So I thought, why the hell not? The thing is, though, guys, like I said, you can't look at a picture and say, oh, that looks fantastic just because it's a stock image. There's a few videos on YouTube. There's that many models of new modern DVD players where you can't tell if it's like. So obviously, people would just like myself would be showing off, how good it is like that, but they would never go, yeah, it looks good, but the screen itself, if you kind of tilt it at a certain angle, you would lose the image because of the poor viewing angles. They don't really add these things. So you kind of have to it's a bit kind of blind luck really if you go in and you get one that's like this. So yeah, this one does have the sort of bad viewing angles, but only if you tilt it that way. So if it's facing forward or whatever else, you're never going to notice. I never noticed it first until I kind of tilted it at the side. I thought, oh, it does have one of those screens, but it's got a lot better viewing angles, probably because it's bigger as well. So anyway, guys, that's it for my video on my portable DVD players. Let me know if you think the portable DVD players are still a good thing. I still do think actually, the one that me and my mum had bought, I was actually asking her, does she still have it before I bought these? And I think it just went in the bin when my mum moved house like about a decade ago. So it's obviously useless. The battery would have been completely flat. There was probably no way to replace the battery because it was a detachable battery, but there's no way to kind of get it to come back to life. I'd probably have to play it off the mains, so I have it plugged in, so that would be a bit of a waste of time. But like I say, guys, the good thing about these ones is that lasts 4 hours, that will last 6 hours, maybe 7 hours, depends on how your brightness is, your sound, things like that. The only thing is though, which I'm quite disappointed with, there's no Bluetooth setting on this, so you can't connect Bluetooth headphones. But I do have adapters that I can plug into a USB-A, and try and connect them that way. So I do have really good Bluetooth headphones, and the good thing with these ones is you can still, even though they're Bluetooth, you can still plug in a 3.5mm headphone jack into that as well. So that's really good. There's always these alternative and options as well, so it's not like you have to, like, obviously if I'm say in bed, the wife's watching a movie or she's watching her programs on the TV and I want to watch a movie, there we go, there's a little screensaver as well. I don't know if you remember those sort of classic looking screensavers. It's weird looking at obviously it's quite reflective, but looking at the reflection, the screen looks really dirty, even though it's brand new, and I just took the screen protector off just before I'd done this video, so the screen's in immaculate condition. So yeah, like I was saying, guys, my wife wants to watch some stuff, and I want to watch this one, but obviously she doesn't want to hear what I'm watching, I don't want to hear what she's watching, vice versa. So obviously you need earphones. I do have decent like wired headphones. I've got Samsung ones, I've got Apple ones as well. So I do have good ones I can keep and use, but I do prefer Bluetooth ones because I always find the wires get in the way. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's it for the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed this one. So yeah, this is my new DVD player. This one will be getting returned, mainly because one, it's very loud, and two, it's the screen as well. The screen quality is just not the best. I'm very disappointed in the screen quality, especially for this day and age. But don't get me wrong, it's that way where you sort of get what you pay for. I mean, I paid £101 for this, I paid £41 for this, so you can see obviously the difference in quality. It's obviously the difference in size as well. This one's absolutely huge, which I do love. And this one obviously is a lot smaller, but it's still functional, still good. So I'll either send it back, or I might even say to my mum if she wants to buy it off me, you know, and I'll give her a good price. So anyway guys, that's it for the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed this one. So if you did, smash the like button, throw me your devil horns. Also subscribe to my channel for more epic technology stuff like this, and sayonara.